Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, this is our second, well it's actually probably like our 9th or something like that of all of them. Our second neon one though, from Huda Beauty. This is the pink Obsessions palette, although the packaging looks orange. You can kind of see the pink there. It is the pink one. It is this bad boy. Yeah, now this, when someone says neon pink, this would be what I would imagine. Yeah, there's some neon pinks, a little bit of purple in there just to give a bit of interest. As you can see, this is our first look, but I've kind of done two in one. Two different eyes, and I love it. It's surprisingly looks normal for me. Is that weird? Like, this looks normal, doesn't look funny, doesn't feel like I've got two different eyes on, but I do, and I love it. And I've never done a two-tone look before, so here we are. Yeah, so this is the neon pink palette. It's beautiful. I love it. I love how this turned out. You'll also see the second look as well. Well, the third, but it's the second look of the look. This is a look, okay? Yeah. You'll see the second look as well. We're going to go through some swatches. I'm going to talk through all the textures and everything. In this palette, you have got 5 mattes, 4 shimmers, which I think is a lovely amount of shimmers and mattes. Gorgeous tones. You could, like you can see, purple look, pink look, and then in the last one, we're going to mix it all together. Yeah, I kind of love it. I do. I love it much more than the green one, which is one of my least favourite palettes of all of her Obsessions palettes. But yeah, you still have to work with it. You still have to work with the shimmers. I didn't use any glitter glue for these shimmers, so they do go on perfectly fine. I did, however, use my finger to, I went down with a brush first, obviously I have primer on. Went down with a brush first, pressed down with my finger, so I feel like layering it like that, pressing it on with your finger, just smooths it all over. But you could definitely just use a brush if you wanted to. It's up to yourself. So, this is our palette. We're going to do some swatches. I'm going to do them on my arm. We're going to go that way, like we normally do. And yeah, I've got a white beside me and everything. So let's get on with the swatches. Okay, so first up is a matte finish. So this is like what I would describe as like a proper neon. The same with the other one in the palette, which is very, very similar. And we'll compare them on my hand as well. You know when you see a neon pink, kind of like this, like it looks neon to me here, like pink there, but it actually kind of looks almost orange. It's so neon, you know what I mean? That's kind of what this is. So in the palette it looks kind of corally, but on the skin it goes more pink. So I use that on this side here to help blend out the deeper pink. It's gorgeous. The mattes in this palette are amazing. They blend so well. This next shade here is a shimmer, kind of a flaky shimmer, and I've used that on the inner corner on both eyes here. Like what I said in the last one, the neon green one, they're kind of thin shimmers, so they're not like a foiled effect. They're kind of thin. It doesn't feel like you're picking up a lot at a time. This one here is like a pink with a slightly lavender kind of reflex, but there's also a pink reflex as well. This one here is, I would have just changed one of these. I don't think you needed both of these, but we'll see now how different they actually are. Oh yeah, actually, okay, yeah. See, I didn't swatch this properly when I first like started using it. Yeah, like that is stronger, but I think that now looks a bit similar to this one. So I would probably have just done this one, and maybe something different. I don't know, whatever they wanted to do. So that is our first row. It's beautiful. I like it. Okay, so next up then we're going to go into the bright, bright, bright pink in this palette. Beautiful fuchsia hot pink, and it is gorgeous. It's a matte, and that's how that looks. It's a bit cooler than this. Actually, yeah, I kind of see now why they have these, but they're just very, very similar, those top two. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I like that they're there, but I also wish there was something else there. So, and the next shade, oh yeah, I've used that bright hot pink to kind of deepen out the pink on this side. Next we're going in with the purple shimmer, so this middle one right here, which I've used as my shimmer on this side. And he is like a magenta, as in like a purpley pink base, like more purple, but there's a bit of pink in it with like a violet blue kind of reflex to it. So he's lovely. And then the last one is the darker purple that I used to deepen on this side. And this is a matte finish. And this is just glorious. so pretty. They swatch so nice as well. But on the eye, you'll see when I do both of these, because you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of the palette in one look. So you'll see a lot of work done with these, but they're just gorgeous. I just love them. I love them. And then onto the last row, we're going in with our nice lilac-y lavender shade, the matte finish, and I use that as my transition shade out here. There's not a matte in this palette that I don't like. I really, really, really love the mattes in this palette. I think they're so nicely blend so well, and it's just such a nice cohesive palette. I think it just goes so well together. The next shade is this middle one here, and this is like, how would I describe this? This is like a pink base with a tealy blue shimmer. So it's lighter than this one, the kind of middle shade in the palette. Definitely lighter and a little bit more blue toned as well. So there's more of a shift in it. But it's gorgeous. Love it. And then our last shade is going to be our bright pink, and I've used this on my lid on this side, and I don't know if this is my favourite colour in the palette, I'm not sure. I do love it though. Ain't he pretty? It's so pretty. What's my favourite colour? I think that shimmery pink. And I want to say like the hot pink as well. I think that shimmery pink though is so nice. Let me just do it a little bit more just so like I can swatch again. Ah, he's so nice. So beautiful. Love it so much. So that's all our swatches there. It's just such a nice palette. I kind of love it. Yeah. I keep saying it in all these videos, I will eventually do a ranked my top palettes of these Obsessions palettes. I don't know when, so I'm not making any promises as to when. Could be next year, we'll see. But I will eventually do it, and you never know, she could come out with 20 more of these palettes. Because that just seems to be the thing that's happening. Because first we had the first batch, then we had the gemstones, now we've got the neons. So who knows what's going to come. She'll probably have them out for Christmas. So I'll probably have to buy more, which is like awesome. Which is awesome because I do love buying makeup. I can't stop buying it. But yeah, I love these. I love these little palettes. I think they're so nice. If you just want like, oh, I'm going out and I want to do a bright look, bring your neon palettes. That's all you need. That's all you need. And yeah, so this is the second 2 looks 1 palette with the neons, and this is the pink one. This is our first look. If you want to see how to get this look, keep on watching and stay tuned for the second look. Alrighty guys, so let's get on to our first look in our 2 looks 1 palette using the neon pink Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. I'm gonna kind of cheat here. I'm kind of gonna do 2 looks in the first look. Is that weird? I'm gonna do a 2-tone eye. So I'm gonna use like purples, pinks, or whichever way I decide to do it, I'm not sure. Is that cheating? Maybe? No? It's in 1 look though, so maybe not, I don't know. You could say it's 3 looks. Anyway, you get 3 looks basically here, so don't be complaining. I, 1, have never worn a 2-tone eye and really want to. 2, really want to play with both colours at the same time. And I have another look planned out as well, so I just want to do it all, okay? So forgive me, whatever. Right now I've got on my Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in the shade 1.0. I've got my brow on, and I've got the NYX Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe in my brows. Am I missing a bit? Did I miss a bit? No, it's just the shine off my light. And then to prime the eyes, I use my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I also, like I've said in the other Huda Obsessions, Neon Obsession palette, the green one, some of the shimmers may need glitter glue, so I've got my NYX Glitter Primer, just in case. So let's just get into this. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of do maybe like purple, pink. So we're gonna like do a purple eye, so basically with these 2 and this guy. Then with the pink eye, we're gonna use those 2, and I think it's this one I decided on. And then my inner corner for both of them is gonna be this one to kind of tie it all together. But yeah, we're gonna kind of use the purple shimmer, the pink shimmer, and the purple mattes, pink mattes. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so to start, we are going to take this little lilac shade down here. I'm using this on a Real Techniques. It's a base shadow brush. I know that. It's not written on it for some reason. So we're going to load that up and just get rid of any creasiness here. Just pop that onto the outer corner. with my clean side facing my lid. So I've only coated one side of the brush. Clean side facing the lid. Just going to bring that around into the crease. Not doing anything crazy with a cut crease or anything like that. The focus of this look is going to be, they're two different coloured eyes. So, and the shimmer as well. But that's basically going to be like the eye-catching part. It's going to be really weird, by the way. Although they are quite like similar tones, so it's not too weird. They're just different colours. But I've never worn a two-tone eye. I'm excited though. It seems like something I would wear. I'm going into work, by the way, so yeah, I'm wearing a two-tone eye into work. And in case you guys are wondering, I am a makeup artist, so this kind of thing is not unnormal for me. Unusual? Yeah, that's what I actually mean. Yeah, it's not unusual for me to wear quite dramatic, colourful makeup. In fact, it's my goal usually when I'm going anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna like jump back and forward and do each eye at the same time, just so, I don't know, I want to. So now we're gonna go into the pink eye. Pink eye? I've had that before. Not pink eye, I've had conjunctivitis. Not a fun experience. I'm gonna take this kind of, it's basically what I would say is a neon pink, as in, you know, some neon pinks like this almost looks orange. It's so pink. You can't even see it. It's so bright. Like there, you can kind of see it there. It's almost so it's almost orange. It's so pink, and because there's so much like fluorescent into it. That's what this kind of is. So on the skin, this comes out a lot of pink, but in this, it looks more coral. What I will say though, which you'll probably know from my swatches, is I wish they just didn't put both of these in. I just feel like on the eyes and on the skin, well, I haven't actually worn the other one on the eye yet. This is the first time I'm actually using this palette. I feel like on the eye maybe it might look a bit different, but they're just so similar, and I like something a little bit different. But yes, we're doing like the same thing basically. So where I've put the purple here, I'm going to put the pink on this side. So just building it up a little bit. Really fluff that in. Now, jump back to our purple side, and I'm going to take this awesome kind of pink. It has a bit of pink in it, but it's still purple, but it's definitely a darker purple. I'm taking this on a MAC 221 brush, and we're just going to pop this onto the very outer corner here, just to deepen this up. This will kind of pink it up a little bit, but if you have enough of that lilac shade, it will still look quite purple. So we're kind of just using this to like intensify the outer corner, and then we'll go back in and blend that out, bringing that into the crease as well, just to give a bit of definition. Now, taking a new 221 brush, a clean one I mean, and I'm going in with this bright pink, so this is going to darken this guy here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to load that up, and we're going to pop that right on this outer corner. You can like obviously see a difference. That's purple, that's pink. That's what we want. We want them to be like, oh, she's got two different colours eyes. She's so cool. No, I'm joking. And then just taking my 217, just with whatever's left on it, and just blend out the edge. Make sure it blends into the other pink we've put down, just so that you get a really nice gradient. It should look very tonal. Okay, so next I'm going to take, this is a Charles Fox brush. I had this years. It's this like little flat synthetic brush. It's very small. So I'm going to use this for the shimmers, particularly on the purple side, just to start off with, and then I might use my finger, because that's what I kind of did in the last one, and I found it worked quite well. Just kind of going in with a first layer, then pressing on with my finger the shimmer. We're going to take this center shade here, so it's like a purpley pink base colour with like a blue violet-y reflex. It's really, really nice. Oh no, I don't need a glitter glue for these. I mean, you will get fall down because they are that kind of like flakier kind of texture. But I don't mind that for the shimmer. Just bring it up as far as the crease. And then make sure it blends into that outer corner part here. And then I'm taking a little bit of that on just on my finger. Just gonna press. I mean, it's fine, like it's absolutely perfect with just a brush, but I just want for my own peace of mind, knowing that it's completely coated nice and evenly. And I find with the finger it's actually easier to do that. Next, I am going to take this kind of like a classic kind of concealery brush. It's a flat brush. I don't know how it's going to work. It could be a little bit flimsy, so I might swap brushes, I'll see. I'm going to take our pink shimmer down here, which is a beautiful strong pink shimmer. We'll just see how this works. I always can use my fingers, which I probably will anyway. Oh, you're fine. I like to kind of mash it on first and then kind of smooth it out. So I kind of mash and then bring it around. So I kind of have most of that on. I'm going to take my finger, just my pointer finger, and we're just going to press that on. I mean, you might just want to use your fingers for the shimmers in these because I kind of do anyway. But I do like having the precision of the brush first and then just over top of that layer some extra colour. Oh, they're gorgeous. I love, I love, I love. Beautiful. I'm in love with this palette already. Okay, so back to the purple eye. I'm gonna take our darker purple, so this one right here. I'm gonna take that on a small little pointed brush, but it's kind of fluffy, so I'm kind of blending with it as well. And we're just going to run that just along the outer corner. Now it's going to look quite pink because we don't have the lilac down yet, but I'm going to use lilac over top of that. I just want this down for the depth, and then we'll blend some purple onto it. Just make sure you connect it right here, and then kind of clean it off a little bit, the brush. I just have my little colour switcher here, and I'm going to take that lilac shade we used at the very, very beginning. Just gonna go over that a little bit. Just to make sure it all looks like the one colour all the way around. Brings the purple out a little bit more, like I said. Now I'm taking a different kind of, but the same sort of brush. It's like one of those pointed little, slightly fluffy brushes. We are gonna go into the bright pink. The darker pink that we use, kind of the same as what we did on the other side, and we're just going to pop that onto this outer corner. Again, make sure you connect and then clean that off. It's actually quite a simple, I mean, you're doing the same thing just with different colours. Like, this goes to show you that you can learn one look and just change the colours. So we're going to go back in with this shade here. Just to blend that out a little bit. Now we're going to go back into our purple shimmer, this one in the centre, and taking that on a teeny weeny little flat brush. Almost like a lip brush would work as well. And we're going to take that, just for precision again, and pop that onto the inner part, the little gap that we left here. And then I've got another one of those little brushes. It's slightly bigger, but it's not really much bigger. And we are going to take the pink shimmer down here, load that up on your brush, and the same thing on this side. We are just going to press that on that inner portion there. Okay, we are almost done. I am going to, just off camera, put on some concealer, conceal everything that I need to conceal. I've got a little bit happening here. I'm going to do that off camera, and then we'll come back and finish off the eyes. Okay, so now I am all concealed, my under eyes are concealed, all that jazz. I've kind of re-blended around the edges just to make sure it's nice and soft where I've put the concealer and everything. I'm going to take a Real Techniques shading brush, little fluffy kind of smudgy brush like this. I love this for my inner corner. So for my inner corner, we are going to take this kind of pinky duochrome, and it's going to be the same on both sides. It's going to just be the same. I don't really want to use any other colour. I could use like this one on this eye and that one on that eye, but kind of do want to tie them together a little bit, so this is going to be my way of tying them together. And that brush is not working. Let me get a little different brush. Actually, no, I'm going to take it on my finger because I find my finger just works for these kind of colours better, and it's just going to be easier that way. So I'm just going to use my finger. I'm just going to press. Find I have to kind of like let it stick to my concealer a bit weird, and then go in and like mess with it. I might use that brush to blend it a little bit. Okay, so I'm not sure if I want to do liner on my upper lash line. I don't know yet. I'm kind of going to decide maybe at the very end. What I am going to do though is pop a white liner. This is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Exit. It's just a white gel liner in a pencil, yeah. And we're just going to pop that on the waterline because I think it'd be cool to have the pop of white with the pink and the purple. Okay, so this is kind of the finished eyes anyway. I'm going to pop some mascara on. Probably not going to do lashes because my lashes are still curly and they look really nice once I've got mascara on. But I hope they will anyway. And I'm going to do my skin, I'm going to do my lip, and I'm going to come back to it at the very end. Alright guys, so this is the finished look altogether. I found it really hard to decide on what lip to go for, and I don't even know if I like this lip or not. I'll show you my other option that I was going to go for as well. But let's go through what I have on my face. So I have put my mascara on. I didn't put any liner on because I don't want to. This is the 5-in-1 Wonder Lash Mascara. Got it in a glossy box, so yeah. That's that. I've already done my liner. Cheeks. I use my Dallas bronzer to give me a little bit of contour around the face. For blush then I used Bella Bamba, also from Benefit. It's this gorgeous pink shade on my cheeks. And then I use, this is new, you would have seen it in like my recent haul. Sorry, it's still in packaging. This is the Kiko Ocean Feel Highlighter in the shade 02 Virtuous Golden Rose. That sounds so nice. It's this guy here. So that is my highlight on my cheek. Then I have on my lips, I'll just show you that, is the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Requiem. It's this gorgeous kind of like lavendery nude kind of shade. But my other option for my lip was an inglot, which you would have also seen in my makeup haul. This shade 142, and it's this baby pink shade. So I was kind of wondering whether I should go pink or purple, pink or purple. But I think in the camera it actually looks quite nice with the purpley tone. So yeah, that is my face right now. That is the finished look. Fix my hair a little bit. This is plaited hair, but it needs to be washed right now because it's like a bird's nest right now because my hair is curly. It's very hard to brush it basically, so sometimes I just kind of leave it and let it do its thing, and when I brush it it goes bigger, so I just put it up like this. Yeah, that's the finished look. That's our first / second look. It's our first look. This is the look and I love it. So let's go on to the second look. Alrighty guys, so we are on to our second look in our 2 looks 1 palette with the Neon Pink Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty. Annoyingly, I filmed this look about 2 weeks ago, and then I deleted it off my SD card. Yeah, that was fun. Now I'm redoing it, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. I do mind, but I don't really mind. But we are going to do a lovely halo eye is what I'm thinking we're going to do. We're going to use a couple more of the kind of pinkier kind of shades. So I'm going to use like these 2. I'm going to use this one again. I'm going to use this bright pink, the purple as well. And I'm thinking this one, maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure exactly. I have the blind open behind me because I thought some backlight would be nice, but I might close it. It's kind of annoying me. The lighting's not that bad though. Maybe if I turn you just slightly, that'd be okay. Yeah, that might be better. Okay. So, what I think I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to tell you what I have on my face first. That's what I'm going to do. Firstly, I've got on my foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the dewy one that you cannot get anywhere except America. So whenever my mom goes to America, I always get her to get me 2 or 3 bottles of them. I've got my brows on. For my brows I used, where is he gone? The Catrice eyebrow set. It's just like this. And I use the top shade here for my brows. I don't know if I'll ever use that dark shade, but I'll give it to someone if I don't use it. And then to keep it all constant between all these videos, I'm going to go in with the, well, I've already put it on, the Urban Decay Primer Potion to keep everything the same. So we know that it's either the shadows that don't work and not the primer. So yeah. I think what I'm going to do is start with this one here. I think I used this one in the last one. I'm going to start with this shade here on a MAC 217. Very bright, Super, super bright. Exactly what you would imagine a neon pink to be. Not a hot pink, a neon pink. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a halo eye. So I'm going to pop a bit of this onto my outer corner. I'm going to like bring it into my crease a little bit, and I'm keeping one side of my brush clean. The other side has the product on it. The clean side I'm going to pop against my eyelid, and the more coated side is going to be facing upwards, just to help us get that gradient going upwards and keeping the lid a little bit cleaner. And just blend out that edge a little bit. Make sure it's nice and soft, and then take a little bit more and just pack it on that inner corner. Okay, so once we have that on and nicely blended, I can blend a little bit more in a few minutes, but we're going to continue on now. I'm going to take the hot pink in the palette. It's also a matte shade. I'm taking this on a MAC 221. And we're going to just start deepening this up a little bit, and you're going to see how intense this goes. Like, it's insane. I don't know, it just makes it like punch so much. It's so nice. And then I'm going to go back in with my 217 and just very lightly, not picking up any more product, just with whatever's left on it, just go around the edge of that just to help it blend. So the next shade I'm going to take is the purple. So this matte purple here, I'm taking that on a defined crease brush from Makeup Geek. I use it so much and I always forget what that one is. So we're going to take this and just deepen it even more on the outer corner. Now this won't deepen the look, as in darken it. All this is going to do is actually, I don't know, like just give it a bit of dimension. But it's not going to like darken it or anything like that, because they're not dark colors, they're neon, they're supposed to be bright and in your face. So you're just kind of defining the eye a little bit more with this and bringing a little bit of that purple colour in. Then I'm going back in with my 217, again not picking up any more product, we're just going in just to soften where the purple ends and goes into the pink, and keeping it nice and pink. Okay, so I'm going to leave the centre of the eyelid for a few minutes, and we're going to do the lower lash line instead. I might do the shimmer after I've done my concealer, because I feel like I might end up bringing the shimmer down slightly, and I want my concealer there first before I do that. So I'm going to go in with the purple. No, I'm not. I'm going to go back in with that very first shade we used, and we're going to take some of that on a MAC 214, my little flat smudgy brush. And we're just going to go on that outer corner, kind of in as far as this part here is, and take a little bit more and pop it on the inner corner. Okay, and then once we have that on, we're going to go into the hot pink, and we're going to take some of that, and we're not going to bring it in as far, like we're not going to come this far in on each side. We are going to keep it just a bit short of that. And I find when I'm doing this kind of thing on the bottom, it's best to stamp it instead of swipe, because if you swipe, you have more tendency to actually move it too much, basically. And I've just kind of cleaned that off a little bit, and we're going to go back into the purple. And again, we're not going in as far with this one, we're going to keep it a little bit more tight to the outside, kind of the width of the brush is as far as I'm going to go. And make sure you connect it right there. And the same on the inside, but keeping it closer to the tear duct. So as we're getting darker here, this bit here should be the deepest, and it should fade in to get lighter here the same way. Out here is the deepest, and it fades in here. You're trying to keep it the same on either side. If you do it too dark here, it just throws the whole look off. You won't get that effect. Okay, so now I have that on, I'm going to just do some under eye concealer. Yeah, under eye concealer, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I'm all nice and concealed, and I'm going to go in with this shade here down the bottom. It's like, you will have seen it in swatches, but it's like a pink-ish kind of base with a blue and violet reflex to it. It is gorgeous, all kinds of gorgeous. So I'm going to take my finger, because I find these shimmers work best with your finger. And I'm just going to load that up on my finger. You can kind of see it there, it's beautiful. And we're just gonna press, kind of like a press and swipe motion on the very center, that nice gap we left. Oh, it's just so nice. I'm going to take that same shade on my baby finger because it's a little bit smaller and it'll be more precise. We're just going to press that, kind of wiggling on that center part. Give it a couple of layers because I want it to really stand out. So I'm just taking a Real Techniques shading brush, and we're going to take this top kind of light pink here and use that on our inner corner as an inner corner highlight. I also might use my finger with this. I'm just going to try this brush and see what it's like. I don't know, the brush is fine. So just popping that on that inner tear duct area. Okay, now I'm finished with the shadows. What I'm going to do now is do some waterline liner. I'm not going to do any liner on top. I wanted to keep it nice and blendy and all that kind of stuff. So a nice bit of waterline liner, some mascara, some lashes, my cheeks, my lip, all that kind of jazz, and I'll come back and I'll tell you what I used on my face. Alrighty guys, this is everything on my face. Let's go through it all. So I did my liner on my waterline and I used, I've lost it already. This is the shade Boots. It's a Colourpop cream gel liner. It's called Boots. It's basically a hot pink liner, and I just popped that into my waterline. No upper liner, like I said, just the waterline, just to give us something extra to pop as well. My mascara, I used my 5-in-1 Wonder Lash by The One. He's almost out, I think. Like, he's still working, he's still fine, and I haven't been using it more than like 3 or 4 months, so, but I think he's on his last legs anyway. So I have that on. I've also got the Allure Fully Fleur, the Fleur de Force lashes. They're on me, so I can't really show you them. That's the box off it though. So yeah. So they're nice and kind of wispy and just fluffy and a bit weird looking, so I quite like them. Cheeks. So on my cheeks, I contoured with my OG NYX taupe blush, just a bit of contour on my cheeks, and then I used the Benefit Bella Bamba blusher, which is a nice soft pinky kind of colour. It comes out very strong though, so you need to be very careful with that one. And then for highlight, I made a bit of a concoction on my cheeks. So I started off with the Anastasia, whatever way you want to say it, Moonchild Glow Kit, and I used the shade Pink Hearts. That's it, yeah, that is the one. I used the shade Pink Hearts. It's like a white with like a pink kind of reflect off it. So I was like, you know, we've got a lot of pink going on. And then on top of that, I use a very, very small amount of the Huda Beauty Winter Highlight Palette. And I use the shade Arctic Glow, this one up here with the kind of bluey tone to it. Just to kind of tie in with the shimmer that's on my lid. So, yeah. Let's just try and get that to focus so you can actually see the colour. There you go. It kind of is like a violet reflex, so it's actually quite cool. So it does tie in really well with the shimmer that's on my lid. And then on my lips, I use the NYX, what's this, just lip liner in the shade Pale Pink. So it's just a pale pink. And then keep the pale pink going. A lot of people are iffy about these kind of colours. I love this kind of colour. This is the shade 142 from Ingla. It's just a lipstick, just a normal lipstick, cream, yeah, like a cream satin kind of finish. So that's him there, and yeah, that's pretty much everything I have on my face right now. Can't think of anything else. I don't think I'm missing anything. No, I think that's everything. Alright guys, so that is our 2 looks for the Huda Neon Pink Obsessions palette. We're done for this one. This is the second one, and it's my second favourite of these 3. My first favourite is the one that's coming up soon, so stay tuned for that one. This one is just gorgeous. I really, really liked it. You would have seen all the swatches at the beginning. I really, really, really like this palette. It's so pretty. I love the shimmers. I think it's a nice balance with like the 4 shimmers, 5 mattes. Maybe they could have swapped out one of these 2, which I've said in my swatch part of the video. But I don't know, There is a difference, just not much of a difference really. But I love how they have like a purple, a pale purple, and a darker purple, and then either of these pinks for the darker pink, and then there's a shimmer to match either. So that's why in the first look I did a two-tone eye, and I did one with basically the same steps, just one purple, one pink. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I love it, and I love that's like the shimmers have a duochrome in them, but they're not just toppers. Some duochromes can just be toppers, where like that's it on its own, just with like normal primer on. So I think it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I've got one more. I've got the Neon Orange Obsessions palette, so do stay tuned for that one. Hit subscribe to see it, and you will know when it's actually gone up. And also leave me a comment down below. Let me know which of the two looks was your favourite. And also, if you have the palette, what do you think of this one? Because I know I had some things to say about the green one. I don't really have much to say about this, and I quite like it. I really like it. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. And also hit like because you like me. Maybe? No? Okay. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.